Well, back on December 5th, 1901, Walt Disney was born in a small little home in the middle of Chicago. And my guest today is Todd Regan from the Walt Disney Birthplace, also from micechat.com. And he and his team are working diligently to restore that home.
We are.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too. And you know what's amazing about all this is when you first started this about a year and a half ago?
Yep.
That this house was still standing. And that is what, really surprised me.
Amazing to think of. A house that was built in 1893
Yeah.
by Walt Disney's father and designed by his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible shape in Chicago, Illinois, and we've brought it back from the edge of extinction. It's very exciting.
Now, this house, over the years, has there been, obviously probably back in the 20s and 30s, there were occupants in there, but when you got it, when the foundation got it, was there occupants?
There were. They had divided the home into apartments.
Okay.
And the house had been added on to several times over the years as well. So many injustices had been done to this home, and we were able to remove the occupants, help them find new housing, and restore the house on the exterior back to the way it would have looked like in 1901 when Walt was born. So we've just recently put the porch back on the front, and it's starting to look like this picture you see on the screen.
Yeah, and it really is. As you can see here, there's the porch, and that looks like you. Is that you there?
That's me. On Walt's birthday every year on December 5th, we go to Chicago and we light a candle for Walt in the upstairs window, just where Walt was born in that house. We always pick a young child to light the candle. So on the left, you see the house as it would have looked, well, as it did look a year ago when we did this dedication, and today. So just a few weeks ago, they finished the porch in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Because we're rushing to get things done as quickly as we can.
I think what is really neat about this is that you are not just restoring the home. There's going to be a purpose behind this, right?
Absolutely. It'll be the center for early childhood creativity and innovation.
Wow.
And
that's fitting, isn't it?
It is. Walt was a dreamer. He went from being a poor young man in Chicago to one of the great creative visionaries of all time. And he came from this little house in Chicago.
Yeah.
And we want to use that to inspire the next generation of dreamers and doers to follow in Walt's footsteps.
Where is this located in Chicago? I kind of know the city.
In a little community called Hermosa. It's just about 10 minutes due west of downtown Chicago, so it's very close to downtown Chicago. Ironically, at the time that the house was built, it was on the outskirts of town.
Yeah.
And now it's very much in the center of town. So like
you can see by those photos, there's another home next to it or whatever that is. I don't know if it's a business or...
It looks like a business. It's not. It's a home, and it's of a different time period. Doesn't quite fit the rest of the neighborhood. But there are two other houses on that street also built by Walt's dad.
Really? Well, I know he was a contractor at one time.
He was.
And I think back then, I don't know if this house was the case, but a lot of times they would buy, I guess they were called pattern homes, where there were homes that were kind of pre-designed plans that one would buy, and then they'd follow the plans and modify as needed.
Just about every house in that neighborhood has a similar look.
Yeah.
We don't think that this was a prepackaged home. It was designed by Walt's mom, Flora.
That's amazing.
And built by Walt's dad with his own two hands. So it was a family endeavor.
Yeah.
But he built the other two houses on the same street, Tripp Avenue, and he also built the community church, which is just a block and a half away.
Is that church still there?
It's still there.
That's amazing.
Yep. And the school that Roy Disney, Walt's brother, went to is also a block and a half away, still there, Nixon Elementary. So it's a historic little neighborhood.
It sounds like it. Now we want to emphasize that this is not a part of the Walt Disney Company that is doing this. Am I right?
That's right. Completely independent of the Disney Company. Although many people at the Disney Company are delighted to see this happen, preserving the legacy of their founder, we receive no funds whatsoever from the Disney Corporation.
Okay. What did you receive any from the Walt Disney Family Trust, the Walt Disney Family Museum, or those
There are
folks?
some Disney family members who have been very generous with
Great.
us, and sadly we're a long way off from our goal.
Yeah.
We need to raise quite a substantial amount of money to fully restore the interior, build a museum, associated activities with the the children's component, the Center for Early Childhood Creativity. So there's a lot of fundraising to go on. I don't think we'll ever be able to reach our goals because the dream expands constantly. We want to do as much as we can to help the community and inspire kids everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. And the way to do that is folks can go to the WaltDisneyBirthplace.org, and then from there is a link where I don't know if it's Kickstarter or no, it's Indiegogo, right? Is the link that
Indiegogo owns a service called Generosity.
Yeah,
and that's for nonprofits, and we have a campaign on generosity.com right now. And there's some neat items on there that you can sponsor. You can get pins and hats and shirts and mugs or sponsor something at the house like a paver stone or a fence post or the doorway to the house. Some neat things. Get your name on the Walt Disney.
And it starts as little as $20. There's a video there. It goes on up, and as Todd said, there's all kinds of different things that you can get here. I couldn't wear my T-shirt today, but I got the cool T-shirt that you had. You got a different one now.
We do. We always do something new and exciting.
And a mug and all kinds of stuff. And again, as I said, this is great what you're doing as a tribute to Walt Disney and that family, but it's got a real purpose. It's got the wonderful purpose of helping kids in that neighborhood.
It does, and it's going to make a huge difference in the community. It's not a rich community. It was a working class community when Walt lived there. It still is. And if we can do anything at all to inspire this generation of children to think that they can go on to become, tremendously successful, just like Walt Disney, who lived in their neighborhood, then we've done something really meaningful.
Yeah, definitely. I also want to mention, as I said, Todd is known as Dusty Sage and oversees MiceChat.com, which is a fantastic Disney and theme park blog, along with a few other things as well. It's a great, every once in a while you might see something from me on there. I think I've done a couple articles.
You're giving away all the secrets.
But I got to tell you that the people who do that, it's done with their own time. A lot of dedication is there. Wonderful columnists and people who do podcasts. The Sweep Spot is a wonderful one, great book that I got from those folks. But overall, it's a great community. So if people are interested and just being a part of kind of the Disney community and beyond, theme parks in general, or the Walt Disney Birthplace, MiceChat.com, the WaltDisneyBirthplace.org is the place to go, and it's just fun.
It is.
It really is.
It's embracing your inner child and doing good at the same time. Nice, wholesome way to move forward.
Yeah, well, good luck. And I know it's going to go forward well, and it's going to be just a wonderful project and benefit a lot of kids, and the legacy continues, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Todd, it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Ken.
Happy New Year to you. And again, the WaltDisneyBirthplace.org is the website where you can get information on, and from there you can go to the contribution page, and then MiceChat.com if you just want to know what's going on in the world of Disney theme parks and other theme parks beyond, and even articles about where I came from up there in the Bay Area. So it's a great website. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
All right, we'll be right back.